Have you tried pork and beans in chicken? Since I was a child, I love pork and beans. And as I grew up, I tried to incorporate this favorite pork and beans in different dishes. And this chicken recipe is a winner. For sure, your kids will love this too. So, let's try to make this and I hope you will love it. My mom has cooked for us, her family, all her life, until one day, Alzheimer's disease took away all her recipes, but not in my heart. Sharing her simple yet delicious recipes to all. Ma, this is for you. As you can see, this is an old pot that my mom has been using for more than 30 years. Even if I have new pots, I still cannot throw this because this is a reminder or a remembrance from my mom. So to start with, I'm boiling right now water and then we'll put some chicken here. I have chicken pieces, 3/4 kilo. Then let's add some aromatics. So there's no particular measurement for this. Just add some chopped white onion, peppercorn, bay leaf, star anise, and also add just about 1 tablespoon of salt will do. Okay, so we'll just mix this all together and we will cover this and let this simmer for around 30 minutes while we prepare the other ingredients. While the chicken is simmering, let's chop around 4 cloves of garlic. Okay, so after rough chopping it, we'll set this aside. Then we also need around 2 medium size of white onions and we will just roughly chop this. Okay, then after that we'll also set this aside. So these are again 4 cloves of garlic and 2 medium size of onion chopped. Then we have here 1 large bell pepper that I slice in square. Okay, and my favorite ingredient, 1 big can of Vienna sausage. And this Vienna sausage is dangerous to me because you will find out later why it is dangerous. Meanwhile, we will cut this into 2. Okay, and I will eat the half part of it. Okay. Okay, so that's our red bell pepper and our Vienna sausage divided into 2. Okay, so meanwhile, let's check our chicken. And look at the color. The color is already a chicken stock. And the taste of it is really very good. And we're not yet done cooking. So after that, we'll drain this. Okay, so we'll drain the chicken and if you want, you can remove the bay leaf, the onions, and the star anise. You have to remove them. Okay, so we'll set this aside and wait for later on. Then let's also chop 1 large carrot that I dice into big cubes. Okay, so let's slice them up like so, and then we'll set this aside in a bowl. Also, we need to chop 1 large potato with the same size as that of the carrot. Okay, so like so, and we're ready to saute this. Okay, so in a pan, I put some around 4 tablespoons of cooking oil, and we're going to fry our carrot and potato until it caramelizes. So after a few minutes, this is how it looks like, and we're going to set this aside. And we're also going to do the same with the bell pepper. We're going to fry this, and also the vienna sausage. As you can see, the vienna sausage has lessened because I kept on eating it. So with the leftover oil from frying the vegetables a while ago, we will saute the garlic, the 4 cloves of garlic that we chopped. And then we're going to brown this just a little. Then we'll add the 2 pieces of medium white onions that we chopped also a while ago. Okay, so we're going to saute them until brown. Okay, so after a few minutes, this is how it looks like. Okay, so we're ready to add the next ingredient, which is the chicken pieces that we boil in water. So we're going to just mix them, and I will use my special skill of flipping it. Okay, so after mixing them all together, I will add 1 to 2 tablespoons of patis. Okay, so there. After that, we will add some black pepper to taste. Now we're ready to add our next ingredient, which is the 200 ml of tomato sauce. Then we're just going to mix them all together. Next, we're going to cover this and let it simmer for around 5 minutes. Let's now check our chicken. As you can see, the tomato sauce is cooking very well with the chicken. And then we're now ready to add our next ingredient. So we're going to add now the chicken broth that we boiled a while ago with the chicken. Then we'll just cover this and let it simmer for around 15 minutes. So after simmering this for 15 minutes, and we know that we already boiled the chicken a while ago, so this is already tender. And we're now ready to add our next ingredient, which is the vegetables and the vienna sausage that we fried a while ago. So we're going to just add them here. So we are very careful not to over mix them because the chicken is already tender. And now we're ready to add our star ingredient, which is my favorite, Hans pork and beans. Okay, so it's up to you what size do you like, but I'm using the biggest one. Okay, for 1 kilo of chicken, you have to use the big one. Okay, so after simmering this again for around 5 minutes, we're going to check this again. And as you can see, the sauce is really looking good. So it's now time to taste the sauce if it's already okay. Wow, it really tastes so good, and I'm really hungry now that the chicken is almost cooked, but we're not yet done. We still have some ingredients to put. Okay, now we're ready to add our next ingredient, which is around 3 tablespoons of grated cheese. Okay, this will add another level of deliciousness to our dish. So at this point, we're now waiting for the cheese to melt. But look at the sauce. The sauce is really very nice and very thick, not too thick or too thin, just right. And we're just going to cover this until the cheese melts. After a few minutes, this is now our pork and beans in chicken. Wow. Okay, so check out the sauce. It's really looking very, very good. And we're now ready to plate them. So we're now ready to plate our dish into this very nice plate. Okay, so as you can see, the sauce is really looking very good. Wow, so yummy. Here now is our finished product, our pork and beans in chicken. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I also wish that you will also try this at your homes. For sure, your family, your kids will love this recipe. So till our next episode, thank you for joining me. Bye.